I'm back home because fucking online schooling is a freaking thing, guys. So here we go. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, for you guys, I'm assuming everyone during this whole quarantine coronavirus situation, you guys are one, doing online schooling, and for me, LMU is doing Zoom, like teaching through Zoom and stuff. So some of my teachers aren't even using Zoom actually, and they're primarily like sometimes like just like videotaping or like recording their lectures and then having us listen to it, and you can really listen to it anytime, and I've kind of set my own schedule. You guys really don't care what I'm doing with online schooling, but we're all probably all doing it due to the coronavirus. So I thought, for my future incoming college freshmen, I can tell you guys and talk to you guys about my first year at LMU and just kind of clarify any other questions people may have that I always knew, that I know I had. So I'm just kind of gonna go. I decided to not really ask people because one, Q&A questions on Instagram freak me out, and I'm not about to see and like find out that like no one cared to ask me a question on Instagram. So we're just not going to do that, and we're going to figure them out ourselves. And I already know I'm a logical person, so I know. Sorry, I'm looking for my phone. I'm a logical person, so I know what questions most people would want to know. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so this is now my second time filming this video because the air was, or like the heater or whatever in my house was going off. So like the whole thing was just being weird, and I couldn't even hear my own sentence. So I was like, okay, that's rude, and I'm not about to upload a video making it look like, having it look like that, you know what I mean? So we're gonna start over. So kind of like what I'm going to cover is like a lot of things, really, like housing, social life, making friends, classrooms, and just kind of how that all tied in to my first year at LMU. So people who are watching this and you're not going to LMU, one, why? I'm kidding. But because that's, you know, that's personal. But I do recommend LMU to literally anybody and everybody. So regarding our housing, the housing application at LMU, so there's two main buildings that are really like kind of like everyone wants to live in their first year, and it is the Delrays, so Delray North and Delray South. Delray North is the one I lived in, and I lived in Delray North, 4th floor. I had a great community for my building, or like my floor. I became super close with my friends. Like a lot of my best friends were all on my 4th floor. But when you're trying to choose what to rank as your like first like top priority, I would obviously do the Delrays. They are bigger dorms, and you guys can even go check out my dorm room tour, and you guys can kind of see how it is a much bigger dorm. And if you think it's like, that looked pretty small, well, compared to the other buildings, you're living in luxury. So Desmond is also pretty big. I went into my friend Andrea's room, and it was actually really big. So that's actually a bigger room too. But I really liked Delray North. They're big. Unfortunately, this is just kind of really going to happen for a lot of colleges, is there's going to be communal bathrooms. And communal bathrooms wasn't actually, it was a big deal at first for me, obviously, but like towards the end, I really liked it just because, and this sounds so weird, but, and this is coming from a person that literally has their own bathroom. My friends and like this, the community on my floor and like on the girls' side was so strong and tight knit that like I really didn't care having to shower, like, and like use the bathroom with sharing with them, because they literally, like, I don't care, you know what I mean? Like they all like really respect you, and like everyone respects each other, and we're all super close, and we were all one big family. So if you really have a great like community of people on your floor, it makes communal bathrooms much easier. A way to like really kind of like make sure like the girls on your floor are actually close was one way, which they kind of tell you this beginning of the semester. And I didn't believe it was going to be a big thing until a lot of other girls were doing it on my floor. And this is how I met one of my best friends, Sophie Schmitz. I love you so much. But so there's this thing where they tell you to open your door. Like, keep your door wide open. Obviously, unless you're, like, changing or something. But, like, keep your door wide open in your dorm room. And that one gives girls the opportunity to kind of just come into your room and be like, oh, hey, I'm Kayla. What's your major? Like, whatever. And this is how I met one of my really good friends, Sophie. Sophie left her door open, and I was also leaving my door open, but she was more like further up, like on the, like where like you're about to use the bathroom or something, so you're just kind of passing her room a lot. And I was like on my way to like use the bathroom or something, and I pass her room, and she's watching like a TV show, and I call my parents, like, do I go in? Like, I don't know. And my mom's like, just go in, like they're leaving their door open for a reason. And so I knocked on her door, and I was like, hi, what are you watching? And she was telling me that she's watching The Morning Toast, whatever. And then we like, ever since then, she's literally been one of my favorite people on earth. So that's just a great way to just meet people and make sure you have a good group of friends. Also, girls, every girl, and a lot of girls are actually going to fake it. So if you really don't like the show, just fake it because you will make friends. The Bachelor saved my entire my friendships. Like, The Bachelor created friendships for me on my floor because we would all watch The Bachelor. Bachelor in Paradise, sorry. Bachelor in Paradise in our lounge, and all the girls would come into the lounge, and then like you and the guys would like make fun of us or whatever for watching Bachelor in Paradise, but Loki kind of watch it too. And we all just became super close because we had something to do and like go to every single Monday, and I really miss that. That's actually really sad. But damn. Okay. But yes, that's what we would do every single Monday, and then that kind of created a good group. So then I got to know all the girls on my floor, and so then when we like use the bathroom, I would go and brush my teeth, or wash my face in the morning. Like, we'd always like wave at each other, and it was just like a good family vibe. So just make sure you do that. But so that's the Delray Norths. The Delray Norths are like probably the ones you want to be in. They are making new buildings, which are Palm South, I think, and those are more pod style bedrooms or like buildings. And I think those are mostly freshmen, but they also might be freshmen and sophomores. I'm really not sure, because for my housing application, Palm South is also available. So it might be a mixture, so maybe not if you want the full freshman experience. But I will say your goal is, because the Delray North and the Delray South is really like the best buildings to be in. However, you still want to try to stay in like the freshman area, because like there's this, it's kind of like a freshman neighborhood, I guess, kind of vibe, where it's like you have the Delrays, and then you have Wayland or whatever, and then that's like a normal dorm. I don't really know much about that one. And then you have Desmond, which is an all-girls building. And then you have Rosecrans, and Rosecrans always just seems to like have stuff going on. So even if you get Rosecrans, just know you'll be probably entertained a lot. Because I had a friend who lived in Rosecrans, and he would always tell me these crazy stories about, I have a friend who lived in Rosecrans, and I would always hear weird stuff going on in Rosecrans. Not like bad weird, but like just like funny weird, you know what I mean? So it's always just kind of keep it interesting, I guess, if you live in Rosecrans. And then you have Doheny. And Doheny would have been a part of like the more freshman area. However, we were going through construction because they were building Palm South, and they were kind of like barricaded, I guess, in a weird way. So my friend, like one of my really good friends, Jordan, lived in Doheny, and she kind of always had like construction, like dusty stuff. So that was like not really a good vibe, but it will be different next year, so you'll be fine. So if you're ranking them, just do the Delrays, probably like Desmond if you're a girl, and then Doheny. I don't really know. Really kind of whatever. But really, like, if you really want a good dorm, just make sure you really do it on time. Maybe this gave me an advantage because I did random roommate, but I just did my housing application the moment it opened, and I got Delray North. So if you really make sure you stay on track for like getting the housing and like getting what you want, and also like make sure, because a lot of the times it's could be your roommate, and just make sure if you are like choosing a roommate, make sure your roommate is also getting their housing application done too. And don't obviously like stress them out about it, but it is like kind of where you're going to be living for the next year, so it does kind of matter in a way. So that's like one of like the housing and that housing topics and like kind of tricks and tips to do. Don't bring too much stuff on move-in day. I'm glad I didn't. I started off small, but then my room ended up becoming very full. But I did start off really small, and I didn't bring as much as I thought. I lived in about 3 suitcases, and that's a lot for me. And, well, that's like not a lot for me. And then we did the whole like registry or whatever at Bed Bath & Beyond. I really don't think it's super worth it, and maybe just try to find stuff at Target, because you'll be fine, but whatever. So yeah, that's like kind of the housing. Regarding classes are super, super small. Not super small, like not like 5 people. Well, sometimes actually. One of my other best friends, Kaylin, she's like a studio art major, and she doesn't have a lot of people in her class. Like, she was doing Zoom, because we're like online now, and she was like, there's only like 4 people on my Zoom thing. And I'm like, how big is your class? And she's like, 6 people. I'm like, what? So classes are small, which is good. I love it. LMU, soon to be LMU students, take advantage of office hours. Office hours are really going to save your life, especially if you're like, if you are struggling in a class and you don't understand the material, do not just not go to office hours. Office hours are your lifesaver, because 1, the teacher will help you. They literally help you. They want to help you. And 2, they know how much you're trying. So by the end of that grade, like when you're doing your final grade and stuff, like they're going to know, oh my God, this girl was in my office hours every single day, or this boy was in my office hours every single day. Like, he knows, like, he really got it, and he deserved like this grade, like whatever. And they'll just like, I don't know, just knowing that your teachers know you're trying and like professors know you're trying is just like, it makes you feel like 10 times better. So just make sure you really go to office hours. I really figured that out towards in the middle of my first semester, and I'm so happy that I do go to my teacher's office hours now, because it's so helpful. So yeah, office hours will save your life, and also just go to class. Like, any time that I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to go to class, like I don't feel like it, like do I need to? Literally, because when you miss one class, here's the thing, this turns into a pattern. Because you miss one class thinking, oh, it's fine, like whatever. And then you're like, okay, maybe one more class is fine. Like, okay, now I'm on my 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Then you've like missed the entire semester. And then I'm like, why'd you even come? Why'd you even go to LMU? Because you're not going to class. Just know that you're paying your tuition, someone's paying your tuition, maybe parents are paying your tuition. They literally are paying money for you to go to class. So just go to class. And the teachers notice it too. So they do take attendance. So don't think that you can like get by, because if there's literally 20 kids in your class, your teacher's going to know that you're not showing up. You know what I mean? So that's just one of like advice, just like for academics and like school and stuff. But regarding social life. So social life is super cool at LMU. So parties at LMU will be a hit or miss. I'm going to say that confidently. Frat parties, sports parties are usually fun. It's kind of it. Those are hit or miss. So sometimes you get what you, like sometimes you got ready, you're excited to go out with your friends, and then it sucks. Like, it sucks. Or you get dressed, you're excited, you're still like, what if it's not good, guys? What if it's not good? And you all have this kind of like, I don't know, should I go? Should we? I don't know. And then you end up going, and it's actually good. Those are usually when they actually are good. It's because like you're like, oh, I don't know, it's probably gonna suck. Like, ew, why are we going? Why are we paying for this Uber? Whatever. It's actually usually when the parties are actually really fun. So it is a hit or miss. Luckily, you're in LA, so you have UCLA. You have USC. You have 18 and up clubs. You have other things for you to do. Just remember, like, just like picture this, guys. Like, whoever's about to go to LMU or whatever, you are going to school in Los Angeles, okay? Los Angeles, the most diverse, the most exciting, the most entertaining city in the country. Okay, I don't really know. I need to look at statistics, but it really is. And you have so much so much to do. There's so much to do in LA. Like, literally, it's sunny every single day there. Like, I think it rained maybe 3 times, and that's not even that big of a deal, obviously. And I'm, like, from up north, and that's good. Good weather down there, and I'm probably staying there forever. I'm staying down there forever. But great weather. Literally went to the beach all the time. My friend Kaylin literally went to the beach. I felt like literally every single weekend. She like was down to go to the beach. Great food, great people. You have so much to do, and you are literally so lucky. We are so lucky if you end up going to LMU to go there. So that's like a great thing with social life, and I really like it, and to know to recommend because the social life is great. Social life, though, isn't a social life. You won't have a social life if you don't have friends, right? So, or you could, and like just do things on your own and like be independent. But like majority of you guys are going to need to have friends in order to do the things you want to do. And how do you make friends? I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to be very blunt. You won't. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. That's so mean, Gail. What the heck is wrong with you? No, everyone ends up, we all can make friends. It really is you putting yourself out there. One advice that my mom gave me that I will literally treasure forever, because she gave it to me the day after she left, or like the day she left me, is, that sounds really dark, like the day she left me at college. And she told me to smile, because I have a resting bitch face, hardcore, and say hi and be friendly and whatever. And I did that, and like by the middle of the semester I knew so many people that it was so nice to have, and like have so many things to do and talk to people and like get to know different types of people and from different faculty. It's just really interesting. So really, if you put yourself out there, is like, that's really like your biggest goal, because that's going to help you the most when it comes down to like figuring out like who you want to spend your time with, and like what friends maybe weren't good for you or whatever. And like that's obviously, because obviously it's not like high school. Like if you really, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna say this to you right now, if you feel like you peaked in high school, your college experience will not be fun, because college is not like high school. There's no hierarchy. There's no, oh, I need to be friends with these people because they're cool. I need to be friends with this. It's really not like that, and I really like feel disgusted by people who do that. But it's really not high school at all. You are actually the most free, so you can hang out with whoever you want. If you were considered like weird in high school, you're not gonna be weird in college. It's not like whoever you were in high school. That's really not like it at all. So just remember that college is not high school. People don't know what the heck you were like in high school, what you did, who did you dirty, who you did dirty. No one cares. No one knows. So you should be, sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry. I got an email from the College of Business. But at LMU. But that's kind of it. You really just have to put yourself out there. A lot of the ways I met friends were just, and it was kind of weird. It was during an orientation. We had this like dance party, and I ran into my friend Wingel, and I saw another guy named James. He's another James. If you're watching this, you're probably not, because you have better things to do with your time. I met him, and he was like, oh my god, I follow you on Instagram. And I'm like, oh my god, we do. Ah. And so then we became like, we see each other here and there. He went to my best friend Alex's marathon, whatever. Cool. James, if you're watching this, you probably aren't. But anyway, so then I was like, wait, that's like a smart idea. So then that's how I met my really good friend Miguel, because I was like, wait, I follow you on Instagram. And she was like, oh my god, yeah, like, oh my god, like, add me on Snapchat. And then we are now friends. She literally commented on my Instagram picture. We are Snapchatting each other at the moment. So it's just, like, cool. She would, like, always come to our floor and, like, be in our, like, our little, like, study room sesh. I wasn't, like, always there, but she was, like, always there, you know? But, so that's kind of, like, the way you really meet friends, is putting yourself out there. And just, like, really, you have to remember that everyone wants to make friends. Like, no one's coming to college being like, I already know who my friends are. Because if you are, like, you're in a box, dude. Like, you are in a box. Do not live in a box. You can't go into college like that. And I highly doubt any of you guys are. But it really is just knowing that everyone wants to make friends as much as you do. And you really can just reach out to people. I remember, like, if you don't understand, like, when you reach out to people, actually not, even though you feel awkward about it, but then when the person receives it, they feel like, oh my god, yes, like, someone wants to hang out with me, or like, and it sounds sad, but it's like, it's just so exciting. Like, I remember my now best friend Jordan, I met her at orientation. Like, it was her first day, and then I had this mentality. I was like, oh my god, I think she already has friends, because I saw her at some orientation event, and she was with, like, a bunch of group of girls, and I was like, oh, she already has friends. Like, she probably isn't. This is, like, literally the second day of me being at LMU. I'm like, oh, she probably has friends. Like, she'll be, like, whatever. And so I kind of was like, whatever, like, whatever. And then and then once classes started, I got a Snapchat, and it was from Jordan. And she's like, oh, hey, you want to get lunch or something? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Like, I was so excited. I remember calling my sister. I was so excited. And then it's really, like, just kind of comes down to that. And then ever since then, we, like, hung out the rest of the day. She met my friends from my floor. We all, like, decided to hang out. Still not knowing the people on my floor. We all went to, like, the beach or something. All the girls, most of the girls. And then we're now, like, best friends with each other. And, like, even the same goes, if you're a girl, it's really easy, too, is when you're, like, oh my god, I like your shirt. Like, easy peasy. That's how my best friend Alexa and I became friends, because she complimented my phone case, because she had the same cheetah print case. And when I tell you that this girl is now my best friend, twin flame actually, you know that it works. So just complimenting and just all that kind of good stuff will really help you make friends and have a social life, and just make the transition much easier. Because when you have a lot of people to hang out with and surround yourself, you start thinking less about home in a weird way. So those were kind of like the big main points I wanted to get out for this video. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and also regarding, like, okay, sorry. Another thing I also did was I rushed second semester. Did not think I would. Never imagined myself being in a sorority. A lot of people are surprised by the fact when I say that, but I just did not imagine myself being in a sorority at all. And I am now a Kappa Alpha Theta. Tory Burch is actually a Kappa Alpha Theta. Frickin' The Hills, Whitney Port. Did anyone watch The Hills? Because Whitney Port was my favorite person on earth. And I thought she was, like, the boss, like, the baddest bitch in America. And I was like, oh my god, like, I want to be like Whitney. And she, like, worked in New York. She, like, left The Hills to work in New York and, like, fashion, all kinds of stuff. Then I found out she was a Kappa Alpha Theta at USC. And I'm like, oh, so that girl's, like, now my sister. That's crazy. That's crazy. But Tory Burch, Whitney Port, I think there was others. I searched it up because I was really excited about it. But yes, the transition for me, let me know if you guys want me, I feel like I'm all over the place, but let me know if you guys want me to do, like, a Q&A, but regarding Rush. It would probably happen more first semester when I'm, like, I start LMU back up again, like, for my next year, sophomore year. Because our rush happens second semester. So let me know. For people who, it doesn't even have to be people from LMU too. It's just a lot of smaller schools tend to do rush second semester, so then it gives you more time to think about it, which I actually really like because I've made so many friends because I wasn't forced into a group just yet. And I wasn't also not even sure I was going to rush. So that's another separate video that I could do if you guys want to, and let me know if you guys would want to do that. But other than that, that's kind of it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, please like DM me. I will actually like answer them. My Instagram is below, and you guys can like follow me or DM me. You don't have to follow me, just DM me about like questions and stuff. But I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I know I was a little bit all over the place. Maybe I should have done the Q&A, maybe I shouldn't have, I don't know, I don't really care, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment below, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. Bye guys.